adopt it because it's too difficult to understand.
It's not difficult. It's quite easy. So I can explain you like the same component. So we have the ethical concentration. It's center. It's center, which is the foundation, which is the most important component element in the framework. And then we have the 6 different components surrounding, and the ethical concentration like has a connection to each component. And then
Why this one don't connect to this one?
Each component has connection as well. You can connect these two as well.
And why don't this one and this one?
This connect this connect it, and this connect like this. I feel like it makes sense.
Right.
It makes sense.
And why it has these
So this is
2
optional,
arrows?
actually. This is optional because I'm still thinking I can take this out actually, this arrow.
So every single line has to have meaning, right?
Yes, of course. I mean, you know, like this is a connection. How is connected? Like cultural information and ethical contribution. How cultural information and ethical contribution is connected.
Okay.
How it's connected. Each how connected, and I have some examples, you know, different examples. And then this is how connected.
You have to make it simple to understand. Okay, very good. Okay, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening, club. Why it's so loud? Okay, this is better. Not too loud. All right. And now we are in week 6, which is very fast. We almost reached half of the semester already. And so far, I think you have learned something about the strategic communications. And to make the conversations start smoothly, I will ask you very easy questions. What so far have you learned, or actually what words that actually impress you related to the strategic communication that maybe I said or your friends say, or if the textbook actually say, or I said it in the video that actually impress you, and what do you feel about it? Okay, what impressed you? Words or pictures or anything? Just to refresh your mind about the content of the course. Okay. Can you talk about some sentence or words that actually make you impress in a good way or in a bad way? That's all right. Or any pictures, any graph that you kind of like. Okay, can you?
Top mark case study.
Top mark. Okay.
And for some.
Yes, I discussed about the top mark case study last week, right? And I compare top mark as a big business in the toy industry.
And they will give more company opportunity, but if there's more company have any threat like top mark, they will like just fight it. And
Yes, you are right. Yes, correct. Because if we are a big business as a corporate, we will have to actually monitor our ecosystem, our environment, and we have to make sure that persons or animals or living things or organisms or organizations in that environment different to us. Anything that might threaten us, maybe we have to do some kind of actions so that we will live in our environment happily. Is that what I said? Okay, and what do you think about this kind of idea?
I think it's good for if you are a company, but you are the new start company, you very like this.
You will-
market or this situation.
Right, right. Okay, that's good. So if we are a small fish in that environment, when the shark comes, what will you do as a small fish? Run away, hide, or try to be friendly with the shark? Do you have any parasite for me to take out from you? Something like that. Make them see that we are not that threats, we are their allies or friends, or something that's not harm. Okay, so this is what the ecosystem will be like in nature and in the business environment as well. Okay, good.
One thing I remember the most is the SWOT.
SWOT, the SWOT analysis.
Yeah.
Very good.
I think that is the most important thing to know. First, know about your company first, and then you know, the external part of it.
Okay, very good, very good. You have to know what are your strengths and weaknesses, right? And what opportunity is there that you can enjoy, and what are the threats that you have to manage, right? Okay, very good. That is very important so that you can position yourself in the environment correctly. If you position incorrectly, very easy to get away from that environment by the shark or even by the weather itself. So sometimes you have to hide, sometimes you have to go out, right? Okay, this one scene, no more. Okay, that is your favorite scene. That is his favorite environment. He feels safe there. Mhm.
I can remember about the question I asked you last week about how we handle different situations when we have a crisis. For example, the K-pop concert and when they're too demanding, and that's just beyond our ability, how we handle and how we react to that. This is something
Yes.
I learned, yes, how first we have to. I remember you even wrote it down on our line group. I forgot what it is, but I remember how the steps.
Yes,
Thank you.
correct. Yes, when there is a crisis and you aware that it is your fault, so the step is to acknowledge that, okay, what wrong, what is your fault? And you acknowledge that there is the damage and that's important, and then you have to apologize for that. And you also have to ask for their mercy to give you a chance to take corrective actions. And you have to also say some concluding words like you will try very best, your best, and you hope that it will be better, hope for the best, this kind of message. Okay, this is the template. So next time when you see any corporate use this template,
It's from you.
it means that it's from the traditional way to respond. So it is simply or not, it's another story. Right. Okay, but at least it's do correcting what to say. What to say. Okay. And what about you, Serena? Last time you mentioned about some thing that I actually will interact with you last time, but only a few times that you interact with me. But last time you interacted very nicely.
I find that activities we do in class really memorable because it helps me understand the concept, the rubber band activity or the cake or,
The activity, very good, very good. So, for example, the cake activity, it will make you never run out of the new idea. Really, yes. What you need is just you have to really understand what are key components in that thing, and then you kind of twist and turns those ingredients, those components around, and then you will come up with new things endlessly. Okay, very nice. Okay, so today is the Valentine Days, and I will not take you too long, so that you will have got more time to enjoy with your friends, or maybe your dates, or yourself. Celebrate the yourself. What is moving? Is can there? No, can is not there. I saw some movement in the
ครับ I'm here ครับผม
อ่านอยู่เหรออ๋อ okay nice thank you very much
ครับ
so
ผม
this okay this week have you guys have a chance to watch my video you look over the slide okay what did you see Okay, very nice. There are 3 types of gold. Okay. Okay. Do you remember? What are they?
Reputation,
Mhm.
relationship, and
Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Do you want to explain this kind of goals to your friends? Can you please?
I can try.
Okay, please try. Please try.
Reputation is like goals you will set in order to create a reputation.
Yes.
Like that image.
Yes, very good.
Reputation is with the people you try to maintain the relationship with the public and things like that. And
Very nice.
past is just individually your object.
Okay, that's cool. That's correct. That's correct. So you can see that the goals in strategic communication doesn't seem like the goals in marketing or business at all. Okay, please give a very big round approach to Sabrina. Very good. For the strategic communication goals, we are not going to set a goal as sales increase or reductions of the tax. I'm sorry. We are not going to set a goal as we are going to have got more branches in end of the year. That is the business goals. It is not the strategic goal. Strategic communication goals. The communication goal we are concerned more about the reputations, relations, and maybe the tasks. For the reputations goal, for example, we might have seen the opportunity in maybe 10 years times that our company will be in a very strategic positions if we put the company in the consumer minds that our company are good for the society in terms of the environment. But our company is the petroleum company. But it has to make the strategic goal that we cannot get our petroleum company to be viewed or perceived as the person who harm the environment, because if we have got that type of image, the consequences will be very, very bad, because the investor nowadays, they have got the regulation that they can only invest in the eco-friendly company. And if the investor or the analyst feel that our company will not make any good to the environment, first thing, our stock price will continually drop. And that is not going to be good for the company because the cost of the investment will be outperform our revenue or our gains. So first thing first, we have to convince the investor and analyst to still keep their money in our company stock. Don't remove those kind of things out yet. And to do that, not in the 3 or 5 year times that when we already complete all of the factory line productions or new business in solar power. Now we have to say something so that they will not take the stock out. And this is the reputation goal, to have the image of the eco-friendly company within 1 year times or 2 years time. So this is the strategic goal in terms of reputations. And what about the relations? Okay, can anyone come up with the goals that related to or aiming to have got better relations? And why we need to have better relations?
I think why we need to have more and wider relations is because if we have more relations, that means the chance of ourselves, like our company, to get recognized by many people is getting bigger. That's why when you have a lot of relations, it's gonna make your company, your business easier. Because you have a lot of relation. For example, you have relation in this industry, and then you can just, when you have when you have a problem and you need someone from this industry, you already have a relation. Yeah, you know who to call, you know who to discuss with. So that's why I think relation is very important. Even like you as an individual, I think relation is also important because if you have relation, then it's gonna make your life easier.
Yes.
Like whether you like it or not. Even though some people are like, oh, because you come here because you have relation, then what? Then what? Right? Because it's your privilege to have relation, and if you have relations and you have privilege, then you have to maximize it. Right?
Yes. Yes.
That's it.
Yes. And as long as those maximizations of the relations will in a good way and not harm other people.
Yes.
Yes. And we use that coverage in a good way. It's very important thing for a better future together. Yeah. Yes.
Some people like criticize, like, oh, you got into that company because you have relation. But at least she or he has a good connection.
Yes.
Like has a good quality.
Yes.
To be able to enter that.
Yes, correct. Yes. So the relationships or the connections or the familiarity is something that we have to build. It will not come as naturally as we thought. So if the relations is something that kind of natural like that, we don't have to learn about it because we cannot manage it anyway. But because it is something that we have to earn and make, so we have to set it as the goal that we have to make the relationships with something or someone. For example, for the fan group, we have to really build up the fan community. Because the fan community will support us in many different ways. First, they will support us in terms of maybe merchandising, or they will pay tickets. They will have the influence in the media for us. They will broadcast and distribute good news for us. So we need to have got that fan communities. Or sometimes, as a pop mart, we have to make a community of artists so that the artists in those communities will provide us ideas how to be in the trends, in the latest trends of point arts. So our company will be always up to date and even more advanced than the company that do not have that good artist community. So this is the strategic relations that we have to build and maximize our relationship with those communities. Is that strategy enough? Okay. And what is about this one is not actually, to me, it's not that strategic, but it's stated in the textbook that I took from. It talked that sometimes we also be able to write the goals and actually mention about what tasks we have to complete and how many of them have to be complete within a certain amount of time. For example, some strategic goal in that textbook said that we can write with the task to create at least 5 fan meets within by the end of this year. This is the things that you need to do. Or we have to create at least 5 active artist community by the end of 2004. And that communities have to produce at least 500 good ideas. So the tactics in the later part of the strategy communication plan, you might write about what are the first events, what are the second event, and in each event, maybe the first one you get only 50 people, but in the second event you might expect to have the exponential increase of number of artists to be involved, might be 100 or 200, but for the third, fourth, and fifth, you have got another exponential number. So at the end of the plan, you have got the targeted number of the events and the number of artists. Is that clear? So this is the tasks kind of goals. So thank you very much for opening up the words like goal setting. Anything else that you would like to add? No, all complete? Okay, very good. And what about you? Have you got a chance to review the video?
I think from what I remember, it's the foundation for setting goal and objective. So in communication plan, the goal and objective come from the organization business direction, and specifically in vision and mission statement.
Yes, yes, you are right. So if you don't know what goals to write yet, maybe you can go back to the annual report of the company that you chose and read about their visions, missions, and values. Those may be the source of your inspirations. For example, if it is the vision of the company, it means that the company hasn't reached that picture yet. So how communication professionals like you make the company get closer to that image? It's the strategy communication goal that you have to set. All right. So I hope that you will kind of enjoy the video that I already posted in the my course view. คุณคันครับ and I would like to also add that you don't have to actually follow the sequence of the videos because at the midterm I more or less like to read the whole plan. So you have to be quick in watching the videos. So in 1 week, you might need to cover 2 weeks videos rather than just each week videos. So in this case, you will be able to submit the whole plan to me for me to read. But if you cannot do that, do not worry. But it is better to complete the whole plan so that I can give you the feedback for the whole plan. That is what I kind of suggest. All right. And can we actually go to the decision guide? Today, we are going to talk about the stop rule. Stop rule. What is it? Okay, let's take a look at it. I would like to say that sometimes when you have to sorry. The stop rule, okay, imagine you go to somewhere that is kind of going to be dangerous, but you are not so sure that you are going to really reach to the finishing line or not. Because along the way, there might be some event that happens and stop you from being there. And if you continue to force yourself to complete the journey, it might even more dangerous than stop and come back. So we have to set the rule when we need to stop and reconsider doing what we are doing the other time. Do not force to do it this time. So this is what we call stop rule. Okay, so I would like you to kind of read this one. And okay, today we have got a few number of students. So I think it is better to practice something that might be also useful for you when you do the presentations in this class or in other classes or in the company meeting, which is citing the written words. Okay, the trick is when you read the text that is not your mother tongue, it's better to remember to tell yourself that you have to be clear, not to be fast. You can speak in a slower speed than your mother tongue language. When you speak in the mother tongue language, you have to make sure that you are clear. You speak all the syllable very clearly, all the consonants very clearly. Okay, I will try. I will show. I cannot say that I will show you a good thing, but I will do it for you. I will first few sentences, and then who is going to go after me, reading a few sentences. Can you do that, Bob? Okay, good. Let's practice together. Okay, I will read the very first thing. Can you go up until the first line of this page? First line of this page. ไปที่บรรทัดแรกเลยจ้ะ Okay, thank you. Most of the time, simple rules are more effective than complex ones. This is because they shorten the amount of time that is needed to process the information. For example, how would you know when it is time to reconsider a decision you have made? Well, it is actually quite simple. Give yourself a stop rule. A stop rule is a definite rule you set for yourself for a given situation. This method is nearly universal. Okay, can you help me finish? Slow, clear.
In 1935, The group had legendary investor awaited at stock rule for the creation of when an investment to be sold. We formulated this rule like this. If an investment was 10% of its value, sell it.
Very good, very good. Are you nervous? A little? No, a little. Okay. Instructions. In one of our previous activities, we heard about Noah, a friend who wants to climb Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania. Well, he has saved enough money and is on his way to the mountain. Can you know?
After months of training, he feels that he is finally ready. He has chosen to walk the longer, less muscle route, which will take about 10 days. If it all goes well, the group should reach the summit, the Uru Peak, on the 8th day. There is a stop rule. If we do not reach the Taraka camp by the end of day 6, we must turn back.
Okay, this is the stop rule. Okay, nice. Okay, Platform, can you move to the next part? Are you okay? Fine. Maybe he's in Chiang Rai and the signal is not as good as he expects, although he would like to help me, but the technical don't allow him to. So no worry. I will manage. Okay, so this is the stop rule. If we do not reach the key Karagan camps by the end of day 6, we must turn back. And here is the map of the route they are taking. Okay, very nice. Okay. I think many of you already complete. Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, can you?
On the evening of the 5th day, however, a huge storm raised loose, forcing them to stay in the Bronco camp on day 6. This storm does not seem to be letting up. Use the top route to determine if the group should push on to the Uru Peak. Should the group continue on?
Okay, the questions is, should the group continue on? Should they? No, no, no. Okay, why? Can you please explain?
Because there is going to be the huge storm.
Right. And if they continue on, it is
like
yes, they will not be able to return. Right. Okay, it's not worth the risk. Right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. And I can see that you all are very clear in delivering that's the script very nicely. Thank you very much. So let's relate back to our communication word. How this stop rule can be applied in the day-to-day of the communication professionals? Can anyone help? Okay, please.
I think if what you plan already like mess up, something like that, it's not according to the original plan. I think you can like stop a bit and then like think of a new strategy, something.
Yes, correct. You are right. Yes, for example, if you think that you are going to use this planned influencer, this group of people to influence, to distribute some message to the group of fans. But actually, when it turns out that those influencer performance did not live up to what you expected, So maybe you have to have this kind of stop rule so that you can have got a chance to reconsider the contract with those group of influencer. And then you have got enough budget to hire another group of influencer. So you have to set a stop rule in your campaign management as well. Can you say the rule in this kind of case? Maybe just one sentence. If this group, can I help? I don't want to help, I think you can do that. If this group of influencer did not get this up the arrow, almost take through for you. Okay, the instruction is I would like you to set the rule so that you have got a chance to reconsider the strategy or the group that you are going to work with to help you distribute the message. In this case, the group of influencer.
If they do not complete the requested video before 5 days before the launch, or after the launch, we will receive from 70.
Yes, that is the stop rule. Yes, you're right. Otherwise, your new products will get harmed a lot by their underperform. Okay, so we have to always think about the stop rule in your project as well. Okay, can you also think about other scenario that we might need to have got the stop rule in our strategic plan or in our projects? I already talked about the influencer contract.
If the advertisement campaign that I spent for like $50 cannot meet my target, then I will stop it.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Thank you very much. Because when you do the targeting, advertising on social media, you already know that, oh my God, after 2 days, you thought that you are going to use this kind of message and you hope it to work, but it turns out that it doesn't work. So you have to stop this campaign and continue the other campaign or put the money from this campaign to the other campaigns so that your overall success will be reached. Thank you very much. So do you think it is useful? Yes, very useful. Maybe you kind of already apply this kind of thing in your life, your daily life already, but you just don't know how to call it, how to express it. And now you know that this action, we call it a stop rule. Okay. Thank you very much. And food for thought. Can anyone help me read food for thought beautifully? Can you help me? No, no.
Don't know if it's
Gracefully.
beautiful or not.
Gracefully.
As in the above example, it is often
Very
heartbreaking
nice.
to have to change a decision, especially if it's something you have been looking forward to doing for a long time. The beauty of the stop rule is it is unconditional. It does not take your feeling about the situation into account, only the facts. Mountaineers use the stop rule all the time to ensure their safe return. A rule could be, for example, if we don't reach the summit by 2 p.m., we must turn back. The first time a stop rule was broken in 1996, 8 people died on Mount Everest.
So we have to have this kind of rule when we do something that we are not so certain yet. Okay, that's good. Okay, next activity. The activity, the other one is called the buyer's decision model. The buyer's decision model. Okay, we will talk about it. In this activity, we will look at 3 different models you should use to make a choice and see how they can be used together. There are establish a strategy, establish a research strategy, and then the second strategy is to lower your expectations, and then the other is not to worry so much. So when there are so many options in your life, you have to limit the scope of research. You can't continue keep researching or keep considering each options. You have to create a strategy for your search. Am I correct? Otherwise, it's will never ending. Right. And then you cannot expect to get the best options all the time because it will again ask you to continue researching for even better and better options all the time, and that will never ending again. So you have to lower your expectation. The right expectation might be just good enough for this time moment. That's already nice. It's compatible with what it's nice to have for a moment. And then not worry so much. It means that when you already take that choice, just enjoy it. Don't worry too much. Okay. Okay. But we have got another kind of strategy for you. It's called 10-10-10 strategy. What is it? When you are going to happy about something, sometimes it might be too easy to enjoy it too easily. That is not going to be good either. Maybe you can apply the rule of 10-10-10 into your consideration as well. For example, okay, it's good for a moment. That's good. Is it good for another 10 days? Maybe. Another 10 months? Not really. Another 10 years? I can't imagine that. So now you think about, do you need it now or do you need it? Or you are going to use that kind of options in this 10 years time. If it needs to be still okay until the next 10 years, maybe this option is not good for you. All right, okay, that's all right. That's but yes, you're right. Because there's so many boys in your list, right?
I barely have one.
And so if you already have one, you don't have anything to choose from, so this model cannot apply. You have to stick with that choice. But when you have a lot of choice, when you discuss, okay, for example, when you discuss the options of decorating your apartment, your new apartment, how are you to decorate it to be? Maybe the trend of this year is kind of maybe Korean theme. Are you going to decorate your apartment into Korean theme? That's a good option because it's very trendy. Yes, it's trendy in these 10 days, maybe 10 months. And what about 10 years? No more. All right. Or what about the Scandinavian kind of styles? Is it good? Scandinavian, like IKEA, kind of minimalist and something like that.
Maybe in 10 years it's gonna be vintage.
All right, but it's still okay, it's usable. Okay, maybe 10 days, 10 months, or 10 years, like that. Or maybe Louis 16 styles. Louis with like Baroque type style. French Baroque style. Like when our parents, when they have got a lot of money, they would like to buy something that look like French colonial kind of style. Yeah, something like that. Do you think it's going to be your apartment anymore? Not even in this day. No, it's not even in this day. So that is not a good choice. Right. Okay, so next, the instruction. Okay, this is the instruction. Can you take a look at these instructions? So you did a very good job in reading the script last activity. So I just skipped reading exercise. So I will let you read yourself.
I think this method will apply when I buy things.
Yes, can apply when you buy things.
I think here temporarily. So I will think about if I buy this.
Yes, please.
All right, so this method would just works on me because I live here in I would say like just for temporary. So when I want to purchase something, let's say I went to a furniture store and then I see something good. But what I have in my mind is that how am I gonna bring this back to my country? So I have those kind of thoughts every time I want to purchase something. For example, like, oh, this is cute, but once I have to go back, how do I bring this how back to my house? So yeah, I think this is very useful if you want to purchase something, especially if you don't live here forever.
Right. Yes, you're right. Okay, good. Thank you very much, Sarah. Very good. And yes, very nice. Okay, so I think we can take a look at the answer key. Okay, Kun Pan, how can you take a look at it? Show us the answer key. Okay, here you are. The answer key. Okay, this is all the thing that all right, this is not the answer. This is part of the thing that you have to read before you actually do their work. There are a lot of design. Each design has got its descriptions, and it might be good and bad for someone differently. ไม่ชอบเลยสักอัน
ได้มินิทนะครับ โอเคครับ the answer
Okay, so let's share your answer with your friends because I have already listened that you already share your thought with your friends. So let's think, pair, and share your idea. Okay, you can share. Okay, please discuss why you like this one and not the others. Because it's good for 10 days, month, or years. You be able to see yourself, be able to live in that environment in the next 10 years without problems. But it's not like mine. It maintains where especially this one. Yeah. But this one. Seem not to be expensive. So it's your expectation. It looks like someone already lived in that place. You know, there. So what is the most favorite one? Very nice. And let's cookie. Oh, yeah. Very nice, very nice. Okay, thank you very much for sharing. Okay, then what about you?
I think most of us chose this. The first one. We like it because it's, I think it's never up to date. Oh, it's always up to date. Like it's, even though like in the next 30 years, it still look okay. Meanwhile, the rest are just not our style. I mean, some are okay, but for like, if I have to leave there in a long time, I don't really like the style. I would go with the first one.
Okay, very good, very good. Thank you very much. Thank you. So, the strategy that you include into your process of thinking is from maybe 1,000 of styles. Now, I already researched for you that these are the most liked styles in year 2020 from all age group, right? So these are the top lists. I will not show you the whole internet research, right? So this is the strategy, and then you kind of use your kind of expectations that not very high. That okay, you will have to live there forever. Maybe think about okay. Before you leave the country, okay, this kind of style is going to be okay for you, or even when you would like to take some furniture back to your country, maybe you can also use it again as well. Or if you have to sell the apartment for other people, you can also do that easily because you will get the new owners very easy with this style of the apartment. Okay, so these are the strategy and expectations, and then you use the 10-10-10 rules as well. Okay, good. Thank you very much. All right. And how are we going to apply this kind of rules into our communication planning? And you?
I think
Yes.
it's about for what I can think of right now is you have different, you will meet different types of people. And you're gonna have to think about, for example, I would talk to Fiona in like a very friendly way, in friendly manner. But like for other people, maybe I want to talk the same way as hers. I think so, like, because I'm gonna plan, like,
Strategically.
yeah, strategically, I will plan, like, if I talk like this with him or with her, then like, what's he's gonna think of me, like, for like, maybe this is my first time meeting that person and I want to make it sustainable. I will think like, what kind of strategy that I have to use to talk with this person.
Yes, yes. Thank you very much. And also when we have a lot of choices, like when you, when you have got a lot of choices to be our brand ambassador, who is going to be our brand ambassador? So you have to do the internet research or maybe modeling search, right? And the modeling have to give us not the whole research. We have to give them the search strategy. We need the person who have got the age range about this to this, the ethnicity has to be this race, and the fluence in the language has to be at least 3 languages, maybe Thai, English, and Chinese. And you have to actually be able to tell why you have those 3 languages in the criteria strategically, because the company direction is to expand the market to China. That's why we have to have that language into our search list, right? And when you have got the top list, then you just have to be happy what you get. Not all the criteria will be perfect. Some people can speak very fluently in maybe those 3 languages, but the appearance is not perfect yet from your standards. But you have to live with that, because maybe some attributes can be improved later on. They might have not many followers as you expect it to be, he or she to be, but that can build later on. So you have to lower your expectation as well. And then you go to use the 10-10-10 rules. Is he or she is going to be workable for this 10 days, 10 years, 10 months, or 10 years? If your campaign is going to be only 10 months, so maybe some of the people is already good. But if all of these people is not going to be able to work in the next 10 months because they are going to be get recruited for some military service. So these lists have to be, okay, try again, modeling agent, please try again. This set of people are not workable. Is that clear? Very practical. So the step of selection of every single thing has to be strategically set. Right. Can be applied for boyfriend, girlfriend as well. Okay, good. Okay, the last model, please. The last one. And this one, I would like you to participate in reading the script for one more round before we dismiss the class. This one, okay, just read out, no problem. I will start with Sarah. Can you help for a few sentences?
The
third activity, the flow model,
introduction.
the introduction.
This model is all about finding out what makes you happy. Over 2,000 years ago, a Greek philosopher, Aristotle, came to the not so surprising conclusion that what a person wants above all is to be happy.
Correct. Okay.
Until now.
Yes, until now. Oh, yes. Years.
Years later, in 1961, American psychologist Dr. Mihaly
Whoa.
says that Mihaly looked for a term that described the feeling of being happy. He coined the term in flow and further explored when exactly we are in flow.
Thank you. Thank you. Are you in flow? Are you happy? No, no, you are nervous. Okay, please slow.
He interviewed over 1,000 people to find out what made them happy and find that all their responses have 5 things in common. Happiness of flow occurs when we are intensely focused on an activity of our own choosing that is neither
Under challenge.
challenging nor over challenging, that has a clear objective and that receives immediate feedback.
Correct. Thank you.
We further discover that people who are in flow feel that
Slow.
feel a profound sense of satisfaction and strength to lose track of time and that themselves completely because they are so immersed
Immerse
immersed
in what they are.
in what they are doing. We hear this a lot. Often, musicians, athletes, actors, doctors, and artists describe how they are the happiest when they are sorted in an often sorted activity. This is the complete opposite of the unusual view that happiness has to do with relaxation.
Yes, correct. Okay, when you are really engaged in what you are doing, we have got the authorities in what you are doing. That is when you are very happy, although those tasks are very tiring. Right. Okay, thank you. And the instruction. There are so many scenarios. We will learn the scenario together one by one, but the instruction first.
Please read the following short description of an honor student named Beth.
Slow.
Beth is a 24-year-old honor student in behavior science. She is focused and works very hard at her studies, as well as at her part-time job as a training service animal trainer for people with disabilities. She really loves what she does.
Okay, seems to me that she loves animals very much.
Read through the following scenarios and place Beth at a place on the flow model that you think best describe her current scenario.
Thank you.
Scenario 1. At the moment, classes have only begun and all the lecturer are explaining what we can expect from each course. The real coursework has not started yet, and Beth has already read the course syllabus and know what she can expect. At work, she has one client. She sees on a weekly basis. She has been working with this client, training their German Shepherd service dog to have their disabled son. Things are going really well, and she will be done in a few days. Beth has a lot of free time on her hands, and she doesn't like it at all.
Thank you very much. And she doesn't like it at all. Okay, very nice. And now, where do you think Beth is on the flow model? Is now she in the over challenge or under challenge? Under challenge. Okay. Why? Can you explain why? In what why do you think that it is under challenge for her? What piece of information?
This one, the one that she already done, and she has a lot of free time on her hand, and she doesn't like it at all.
Yes, very clear. Yes, because it's not challenging for her. Thank you. It is under challenge. Okay, so it's kind of rolled out. Easy word. Thank you. Next scenario, please. Would you say that it is in flow? No, because it is under challenge. Right, okay, the scenario 2, gracefully read the script. Classes are in full swing, and Beth does not know what she should prioritize. Examinations are coming up, and she cannot find the time to study. Her manager has given her 3 projects at the same time, including one where she needs to train a new puppy to become epilepsy detection dog, a subject she has not studied yet. She is feeling lost and overwhelmed. So, where do you think Beth is on the flow model at this point of time? Over challenge. So do you think that Beth is in flow? No, she's not in. She's not happy. She's far from in flow. She's not happy. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, next please. Scenario 3. Sarah, can you please read as if you were a BBC narrator?
No, because it has no picture here.
Okay.
Scenario 3.
Yes, very good.
Beth is currently in the middle of her examinations. So, although she's studying very hard, she does not have to attend classes during the examination period. Also, her manager is mentoring her in training the new puppy to become an epilepsy detection dog. Beth is enjoying her life right now. Where do you think Beth is on the flow model? Comment below.
Thank you. You are doing the podcast. Thank you very much. So, do you think, where do you think that Beth is right now?
In flow.
Yes, in flow, because not over challenge and not under challenge.
Yes.
Yes, so she's in flow. Thank you very much. Okay, next activity is think about yourself. Think about yourself. What is work treating you right now?
Wait, what?
Your work, your life at work. Are you in flow, Sarah? Are you in flow? As for today.
As for today, I'm far away from flow.
Okay,
I'm out flow because I felt so overwhelmed with everything I did today, and it's something new to my life. So it's over a challenge as well because there are things that I haven't done before, especially in Thailand, where there are a lot of language barriers, and I had to come up with my own idea, my own strategies and tactics. That's why it's very overwhelmed, very not in flow. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And please give a big hand to Sarah for sharing the experience with us. Thank you very much. At least you know that you are not in flow. That is very good. You should be aware of what feeling you are having right now. Yes, very good. And what about you guys? Are you in flow? Not at all. Okay, please share with us. Why?
I think for me to be in flow is to have a lot of money, and I don't have a lot of money at the moment.
All right. Okay. As long as you have got money, you will be happy, right? Okay, because there's a lot of challenges in your kind of calculations, in everyday kind of spending, and also the ability to increase the money is not that much yet, so it's not in flow. It's over challenge, right? Okay, so thank you very much. So, I think, how are you going to, this is all the time when I conclude the activities, how are you going to, okay, sorry, what did you learn from the activity? At least I think you know that you have got some criteria to assess your feeling about something. Because at the end, if you are not happy about it, it's time to reconsider what you are doing. So that is the stop rule or whatever also apply here. Okay, that is for your personal life, your everyday life. You have to ask yourself about, is this over challenge or is this under challenge all the time? But what about in your communications career? How this model be able to apply, could be applied to your career as a communication professionals? In what time that it can be applied? Can you relate back to your experience? Okay. Maybe just this inflow model, flow model.
I don't know if it's like the answer that you want, but I feel like if it's like in this is in flow, something like that. I think it's when you are already tired with your work and you feel like overwhelmed with all the work that you have. I think you can relax a bit, you can stop a bit and to make you are in the flow again, so you can make a better strategy, something like that.
Okay, good. Thank you very much. Thank you. This is what I also would like to listen from the student feedback as well when to apply the thing that they exposed in the class too. Yes, you are right. In your work, when you work, you have to assess kind of every day that okay, today you are in flow, that's good. The other day, oh, not in flow because under challenge, nothing to do. Someday, overwhelmed, over challenge, and then you kind of thinking in the overall pictures that is this work make you in flow in general or not? If not, maybe you have to think about maybe this workplace might not suit you. Or you then be able to analyze what make you not in flow. For example, when you go back to the upper kind of part of the slide, you can see that you up a bit up until the introduction, please. Thank you. All right. Okay, here you can think about the bullet points when you think you are trying to assess are you in flow or not. When you do your work, do you really have got a very good focus in what you are doing or not? If you always get interrupted by something, or if you lose concentration very easily in what you are doing, it might be something that you are not interested. Right. Is the choice of work is something that you choose or someone else chose for you? If it is not your choice at the beginning, maybe now is the time that it has already proved itself that it's not for you, because it's not something that make you in flow. And I already talked about the third one, the third bullet point very frequently. I will skip. The fourth, did your boss give a clear objective of the tasks that you are doing or not? If it's not clear, maybe it's time to ask your boss or your work colleague to clarify their objective, and then it might give you back into the flow. Right, and sometimes you have been working for many tasks, but you still not get any feedback, and that make you not so affirm or sure that what you were done is the correct thing or not. So it's time for you to ask for the feedback, either from your clients or from your boss, or even from yourself. Are you satisfied with what you have completed? So if you already have done all these things, but the situation hasn't come back to and make you implode, maybe that's time to really make other strategy. Okay, so this is clear, right? Okay, right. And another things that we can do about the role model is already given in the discussion forums that I already shared with you. I will not read it all because it is going to be too long to read. So thank you very much for the participations in these three activities. And before we dismiss the class, what did you impress with these three activities? Can you say some parts that you remember?
The first activity, stop and control.
Stop rule.
Stop and the thing and you can go.
Right.
Be the better leadership.
Right. You can apply that for relationship as well.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Some people have got a stop rule, like if your partner make mistake for 3 times for the same thing, you will stop rule. Find a new partner. Okay, very rigid sometimes. You have to be that rigid in relationship. Relationship should be easy going. Love rule everything. You don't have to use the stop rule. Love rules everything. Okay. What about you guys? What impressed you?
I think the one that impressed me the most is the buyer decision model because
Complex. It's a complex model.
yes, I think it can apply to me in like real life so that I can buy things that are the most important for me and try to keep my money also because like if I want to buy something I can say like I think I only want it now. Not 10 more years, it will be meaningless, so.
Yes, correct. You will think about what you are going to buy in more strategic way, right? Okay, cool. And what about you?
I think the most memorable one I learned today is the inflow activity, so I can understand myself better as well. So I think from the 3 activities, actually, aside from communication, I think these 3 activities teach us about self-awareness as well. Like how you make decision, how you know how to have strategies in your head, and also how you validate your feelings as well, like the inflow activity, like if you're sad, then if you're not in flow, then you're not in flow. If you're in flow, then you're in flow.
Yes,
So
self-aware.
yeah, self-awareness.
Very good. Thank you very much. And when personal, at the individual level, you have got a strategy to conduct yourself, to make decisions. In the organization level, I am so sure that you will make a very good decision for the company. Tima, is that true? Yeah. Okay, good. It's not in
Good next.
I think what impressed me the most is the stop rule activity because it teaches I guess in a way common sense to know when to go back and not to overdo what you're trying to achieve. And it might come with consequences if you push through.
Yes. To keep yourself in a safe mode all the time, right? And your project as well in a safe mode. Okay, thank you very much.
I think I like the not to worry so much because when I make a decision, I reflect a lot after. I question if I made the right decision. So I'll think about this more.
Not wanting to mind, you already thought what makes sense at that moment. Okay, good.
For me, I think it's so new and can apply to the flow models that, if something like under your target or under your aims, then you can solve it. Because it will make you like not in flow and you will like not happy because it under what you want. And also for the buyer decision model that I remember before we learned the priority. It was the model, I can't remember the name, but it's about the importance and urgent something.
Yes,
And
yes.
I think
I said how model.
I cannot remember the name, but like, I remember these things that like can apply together that like, if that not too urgent or not important, you can just leave it.
Yes, that's let other people do it or monitoring it. Okay, thank you very much. And okay, so happy Valentine, everyone. Have a very happy evening. Good night and see you next week. I wish you all in flow for the rest of your life. ครับผม all the time, be happy. Yes. And be happy and have a lot of money too.
Give me 1 minute, buddy.
Okay, I wish I had. ขอบขอบคุณขอบคุณขานนะครับ thank you very much ครับขาน good job บายบายครับ
ให้เรา